What is up? It's your girl Rabbi K coming back to you after 2 months of not filming, pretending like everything is normal. In today's video we are going to do a fun little addition to my For Beginners series where we are going to do probably the highest requested of the For Beginners series, not just for myself but like in general. People always want to know how to contour, so that's what we're going to do. We are going to learn about how to make the face's shape look nice, prominent, beautiful, slim, sleek and professional. It's a couple of steps that we are going to take to make our faces just look snatched for the gods, if you will. So if you want to learn how to do very basic contour and you're a beginner, then this is the video for you. Keep on watching and let's just get straight on into it, shall we? Okay, let's just get straight into it. So what we're going to do today, as I mentioned, is we are going to make me not look like a ghosty. So what I've done so far is literally just put foundation on. I've actually only just put like a light layer of foundation on. I haven't done like the concealer and the setting and all that stuff. So this is a very basic, you can just do this without having like 45 different powder puffs and powders and setting powders and so like all I've actually done is my eyes, my brows, and then chucked some skin color on top of my skin. So without further ado, we are going to get into a Morphe M405 brush. Brand newy. Oh, I love a brand new brush. I haven't used this one yet and it's so soft I just want to put it all over my face. So once you've got your base on, all you want to start with is a bronzer. So I'm going to go for a very warm bronzer today, a warm tone. I'm feeling sun-kissed. I want to look like a California girl, if you will. So I'm going for a warm bronzer, and the idea of the bronzer is to make your cheeks look sculpted so that you look like you've had Botox even when you haven't. So for the cheeks, we want to make sure that we are angling the brush if we're using an angled brush, which I always use an angled brush. I have used like a big puffy round, where is it? Something like this, but not this one, but like a roundy kind of one, and you can do that too, but it's, I don't know. I like this one better. They say this one's the contour one, so that's what I do, right? So, an angled brush. With the angled brush, you want to make sure that you are angling it so that the wider part is towards the ear, and you are going in this kind of motion. So you're holding it like you would hold a, I don't know, pencil, and you're pointing it that way. And then you want to go like this in a circle motion towards the ear. So I like to aim it to, if I go like that, you don't want it to go any further than that. That's kind of like the breaking point. And you can even do that motion while you are doing the thing. So we do a slight dip, not too much, tap off, and then we want to do exactly that. So right up to the ear, and then if I go, you can see that's the end point. Obviously, we're not going to have just a brown line on our face, so now we need to blend, and that's where the circle motions come in. We don't want any more product than that, so just use the brush as it is and just go round and round and round until it looks blended into your face, but you still have that perfect line. And you can dab it close to the hairline as well if you don't want to, you know, circle motion your hairline back into your face. So do a little dabby motion right up to the eyebrows. We are going to add it to our heads as well. And where you want to dab around here, like I can feel my cheekbone underneath there. So the idea of that is to accentuate the cheekbone. And we will be highlighting and blushing as well later. But see how on this side of my face now, it's just like a big round circle. Whereas on this side, I have this line and this area already looks more prominent and my face looks more chiseled. So if you see me from face on, this area looks nice and in, whereas this area just looks white and nothing. Amazing. And at the moment it looks a little bit like, hey going, because I haven't done anything else. So obviously we are going to add things to it so that it doesn't just look like a brown line on my face, you know? Next is the chin. So to make the double chin not look so prominent, we want to just follow our chin line right to the back of the ear. I always do it because if you do it to here, then you have this like normal light line here and it's very obvious that you've contoured your chin. So getting another little bit of product, we want to go up behind the ear and just follow that down A good tip is to like suck in your neck, go like, so you can get that line even more. And that just makes your chin look so much more prominent. Obviously, we need to blend this in, but so you can see what I'm doing. And once again, making sure you're getting it behind the ear as well so that the whole area is completely brown. And then to blend it into your neck, we want to just follow the natural lines of our neck downwards until it all looks natural. So I think that's probably the biggest thing with contour. It's all about the blending. It's not necessarily about the placement of the brown, because you can really mess that up, and you do see that in a lot of people that don't blend enough. And a couple of my videos, you can see it when I turn to my side, I'm like, Jesus Christ, girl, blend more. So just keep circle motions, no more product, blending, blending, blending. And I like to, if I was to go, I like to follow like the natural lines that my muscles in my neck have. Boom. Now, here's another little trick, which is obviously not like a makeup artist trick, but I find that if I still am finding it's way too much, I literally just grab my hand and drag it down. Like, it's not a hard thing, but that just kind of like makes it look more natural in your neck, you know? But there you go. So that's the difference between if I have contour on my chin, you've got your normal chin, and then you've got your contoured chin. See how it just makes it look more, once again, prominent. Gives it that less of a double chin look, makes you look sharp, makes you look like you've really given it your all. Whereas this side, you've got the chunk. If you want the chunk, you just leave it, girl. Now for the head. Once again, we're just going to dab a tiny piece of product on there, tapping it off, and following along the forehead line. Now, I like to do this because I have a very large forehead, and I like to once again dab rather than circle motions, joining it up to my cheek so that it really highlights the inner part of my face where my makeup is actually like on point, like my eyes and that stuff. If you have a very small forehead, you might not need this step, or if you just want to kind of like make your whole face look joined together and fully done, then you might want to just do it a lot lighter up, but I do it right to the middle of my forehead because I have a very big one. Gotta make it look smaller, you know? Chisel it out a bit. We love the dabbies, we love the dabbies. And I find that dabbing it like this just makes it feel more natural on the face, because if you just do lines, you're gonna just look like, you know, those models that do like the cream stuff and then they don't blend it in to show you like what you should do, or like on the instruction manuals, that's what you'll look like. You don't want to look like an instruction manual, you want to look like you followed an instruction manual. This is a good opportunity to kind of like lightly blend more into your cheek contouring. So the idea as well, when you're looking at shapes, is that you want to start from here and you want to be able to do a 3, right? So chin is the bottom 3. And it should feel like a perfect 3 in the sense of like the shaping. That's where the cheek will make the most sense. Like, because when I first learnt to contour, I like asked the chick at the makeup shop how I did it because I had no idea. And she was like, you want to go, like legitimately, she told me that I should go all the way to the lip. And I used to just do a big old brown line right to the lip, and Jesus Christ, nasty. So here's a comparison of the 3 motion and how it makes the face look. So if we go here, I'm looking very pale and like I need a little bit more lovin'. Whereas if I turn this way, it makes a difference. Makes you look like you are sun-kissed and healthy. Next, we're gonna do some blush to join the cheeks, add more color to the face, but also buff out some of the contour on your cheeks. I'm not going for any specific colors today, so I'm just gonna go for like a normal blushy color. If I was to naturally blush, I feel like it'd be close to this kind of color, I don't know. And we want to get a dab on that again, tap that bad boy off, and I like to, with my blush, go like this. It's really sexy, I know. And then just circle right on that part of your cheek, you know? Don't have to make such a ridiculous face, but just so you get the apples of your cheeks, and then you want to just circle motion it up into where the contour was.
Ah, so pretty. Such a pretty lady. Ah, ah, ah.
A little bit of dabbing as well. Dabbing and circling. We love a dab and circle motion. Almost forgot my nose. So with the nose, there are two different ways, and this is the way that I like to do it. I think it looks more natural than if you use a really precise brush, but I like to get the side of the brush like that. Once again, tapping off, being very careful with the nose one, but you want to angle it on the inner of your nose and just lightly up and down, following the natural lines of your nose. Doing this, A, adds to the fact that you've done a whole makeup look, but B, just makes your nose look nice and narrow because we're ladies and ladies need to have nice narrow noses apparently. So there we go, that's the difference between the nose. Having a little bit of contour just makes the nose look a little bit more narrow. You get that nice highlighted bone in the middle, whereas on this side, it's just a bit whatever. Back to the blush. So circle motions, back up into the contour, making sure that it's all blended together, and that just adds a bit more life to the face. Also blending in, you know how I was saying earlier about how it's just like this brown line and it kind of looks a little bit off, like the red, the pinky blushy color really blends it all together, so it makes your face look a lot more natural and gives a lot more life to your face as well. And last but certainly not least is the highlighter. If you're trying to add to a makeup look, you can do like colorful ones, but I find this kind of color is just like closest to my natural skin, but also adding a bit of dimension and shimmer to my face. So with this one, I like to just grab as much as I want because I loved my face to just glow like a bloody diamond. And for the highlighter, we want to imagine you are, like your face has just been wet in water and somebody is shining a light on it. You want every piece of bone in your face to just shimmer. And that really makes, once again, parts of your face look a lot more prominent and like you've got a lot of definition in your face. So cheekbone, just imagining like in photography classes, if we ever did it in high school, or if you ever did like a art class where they talk about the shadowing, imagine if light was to hit your face at a really strong harsh angle and you're covered in like wet glitter, what parts would be the shiniest? That's where you want to go. So we go cheek, we go this little bone on your forehead, your brow bone, right up to the middle, and we want to just saturate your cheek in it. You can never have too much highlight. One good one that a lot of people miss is the inner eye. This is sometimes done with your eyeshadow, so if you've already done it with your eyeshadow, you won't need to do it again. But that just really makes your eyes pop and makes you look so much more awake. Then we've got our Cupid's bow, and that just makes your lips look a lot more pouty when you put the lip gloss or lip color on. It just adds to that Cupid's bow to make your lips look more like... And last but not least, the bridge of your nose, to add to the already contoured part that makes it look even more petite, because once again we've got to look nice and petite for whatever reason. So this is the differences in if you were to just put foundation on your face and swag out the end, and this is if you put a little bit more effort in contouring the face, making the cheeks look nice and up and prominent, but also nice and slim and sleek, adding to the sleekness of your jawline and making your face look more awake and alive. Boom! I'm gonna do the other side of the face and then we'll reevaluate. And just like that, that is it. What a difference it can make to the face, eh? So I just wanted to show you guys the difference between if you were to just slap a bit of foundation on / what you can really achieve from not a lot of effort really. Like if you practice it a couple of times, it's like a 5-minute process. People are always saying to me like, oh, you know, I really want to know how to contour, it looks so difficult, blah blah blah. This is it, fam. Like obviously there are like super like cream contour baking procedures, but if you're just looking for something a little bit nice to make your face look colorful and like full of life, it's a 3 or 4 step process, right? So I hope you got something out of it. If you like this video and you like me, then you know what to do, my friends. You need to like, comment, and subscribe. Do the buzzwords, click the buttons, notify the bell situation, and as always, I will see you all in my next video. Much love. Bye.